God's chosen one. Everyone was shocked to discover that you. Have you ever felt that undeniable pull within, that stirring in your soul, which tells you were never meant to be ordinary? If you're reading this now, know that it is no accident. You are exactly where you're supposed to be. God has orchestrated this moment in your life to reveal a power within you that few could ever imagine. This message is not just another word on screen. It is a divine revelation meant to shake the very core of every falsehood and every lie that has tried to bind you. It challenges the deception that the world preaches and calls you to rise up, transform, and step boldly into the plan that God has for you. I encourage you to declare that by commenting 777 below, not just as a number, but as a bold declaration that you have heard the call of God, that you are chosen, and that you are ready to step into His plan. Let that comment be your public statement of faith, a vibrant echo of your willingness to embrace the destiny that has been set before you. Have you ever wondered why your journey has been so uniquely challenging, with obstacles that seem designed to test every fiber of your being? What if those struggles, those moments of profound pain and uncertainty, were not random misfortunes but divine setups? Could it be that each setback is a necessary spark, the refining fire that God is using to shape you into a vessel of unstoppable power? When you look back, will you see that every trial was a deliberate part of the process designed to elevate you beyond all that the world had in store? Remember Joseph, who was betrayed by his own brothers, thrown into a pit, sold into slavery, and falsely accused, only to rise and become a man of great influence in Egypt. His story is a testament that what others intended for harm was transformed by God into something far greater, the saving of many lives. Have you ever considered that your own hardships might be serving a similar purpose? That perhaps every tear you've shed and every moment of despair has been paving the way for your breakthrough? And what about Moses, who spent years in the wilderness tending sheep before God called him to lead an entire nation out of bondage? Although his journey seemed marked by isolation and frustration, it was during that period that his character was refined. In that wilderness, God was teaching him patience, humility, and absolute reliance on His guidance. Could it be that your seasons of waiting and doubt are similarly meant to prepare you to step into a destiny that is far beyond what you currently perceive? Consider this: every challenge, every trial in your life is not just an obstacle to overcome. It is a sacred opportunity to witness the transforming work of God. How many times have you wondered, why is this happening to me? In the midst of your struggles, is it possible that the answer lies in the understanding that these challenges are meticulously designed by God to refine you, to strip away the weaknesses, the fears, and the doubts that have held you back? Every moment of difficulty is part of a process that is molding you into someone who can not only endure but also triumph gloriously. Have you felt that inner strength rising even when everything around you seems to be falling apart? That, dear one, is the power of divine purpose at work within you, a power that the world cannot comprehend, nor can it ever diminish. While many try to define power in terms of money, influence, and brute strength, true power is not measured by external success. Real power is spiritual. It comes from an unwavering connection with the divine, a certainty of purpose and identity that remains unshaken even in the face of the greatest adversity. Let us reflect on the biblical truth revealed by Jesus in Matthew. Truly, I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, "Move from here to there," and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Have you ever felt that even the smallest ounce of faith within you had the potential to move mountains? That is the kind of power we're talking about. the power that comes from fully embracing God's plan for your life. It's not about having a perfect life. It's about having perfect trust in a God who works in mysterious and miraculous ways. As you meditate on this, ask yourself, what if the challenges you face today are exactly the kind of tests that are preparing you for tomorrow's breakthroughs? When obstacles seem overwhelming, could they be the very means by which God is stripping away all that is unnecessary, leaving you with nothing but pure, unshakable faith? What if every moment of despair is actually a stepping stone toward the rich promise of a future filled with abundance and purpose? I invite you now to take a moment and truly declare your readiness. If your heart is stirred and you know that you are stepping into the divine flow of God's plan, then don't hesitate. Comment 777 below. Let those numbers not just sit on the page as digits, but rise as your declaration. A declaration that you have heard the call of God, that you know you are chosen, and that you are ready to step boldly into the extraordinary destiny set before you. What does it really mean to be chosen in this revolutionary age? It means you have been set apart from the ordinary, gifted with a unique power, a dangerous, transformative power that can shatter the chains of darkness and deception. It means your life is not meant to be a quiet, unremarkable existence, but a testimony to the unstoppable force of divine transformation. The world has its own ideas of power, often associating it with material wealth, status, or influence. But what if I told you that the most dangerous power lies not in what you own or control, but within you? You have been created with the ability to break through every barrier, to defy every false expectation, and to overthrow the systems of oppression that seek to keep you in bondage. Have you ever asked yourself why certain people seem to overcome insurmountable odds while others succumb to defeat? Could it be that those people have tapped into an inner reservoir of divine strength, one that you, too, possess? Reflect on David confronting Goliath, a mere shepherd boy armed with nothing but a sling and unyielding faith in God's power could defeat a giant. Doesn't that story illuminate the truth that no earthly obstacle is too great when you are powered by divine purpose? When you harness that inner strength, the enemy's weapons crumble, and what once seemed impenetrable becomes conquered by the power of your light. And think about those who have opposed you, who have whispered about your potential downfall, only to watch in disbelief as you rise above. They set their traps, expecting you to falter. They cast their spells, hoping to enslave you with fear. Yet every act of defiance you display, every time you overcome adversity, you prove that their attempts to control you are futile. How incredible is it that every challenge, every obstacle, instead of diminishing you, is fortifying your spirit and preparing you for a future of limitless possibility? This is the essence of divine transformation, the revolution that changes not only your life, but also the lives of those who witness your rise. Now, let me ask you, have you ever felt that moment when your heart knows without hesitation that you are destined for something far greater? Do you remember the times when, despite the world's doubts and the weight of every trial, you felt that your soul was being awakened? That powerful inner voice that whispers, you are chosen, you are powerful, and you are capable of more. Do you feel it stirring within you? That is the dangerous, irresistible power that God has instilled in you, a power that challenges the very nature of false authority and deception. It is a power that, when activated, will not only transform your life, but will also serve as a beacon of hope and change for a world desperately in need of renewal. It is essential to understand that nothing in this world can hold you back from activating your full divine authority. When God speaks, it is never with empty words. Every syllable carries purpose and precision. Your journey, however painful or challenging it may seem right now, is part of a grand narrative written by a sovereign God whose plans surpass anything you can imagine. And while there may be those who doubt, who fear, and who try to undermine your worth, remember that your value is not determined by the opinions of the world, but by the truth that you are God's masterpiece. Consider the powerful words of Scripture that affirm your identity and purpose. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, it declares, and this promise is as real for you as it was for David facing Goliath. With every trial, your faith is being refined, your character strengthened, and your destiny prepared. The challenges you face are not random. They are divinely orchestrated to teach you, to mold you, and to propel you into a future where you will shine brighter than ever before. Have you ever stopped to think that the very obstacles designed to break you might be the ones making you unbreakable? Your divine assignment demands action, not idle waiting. Many might sit back, hoping for power to somehow fall from the heavens, but true power is activated through action. It is only when you decide to step forward, despite your doubts, despite your fears, that the world will see the transformative force of God's Spirit flowing through you. Can you imagine the impact of your actions when you finally choose to rise? That moment when you cast aside all hesitation and embrace the power that is already within you will be nothing short of revolutionary. Now, take a moment to envision the legacy you are building. What if, instead of being defined by your struggles, you became defined by how you rose above them? Picture a future where your journey of transformation becomes a source of inspiration for countless others, a living testament that the trials of today are the building blocks of tomorrow's victories. Wouldn't that be the most powerful legacy of all? One that challenges every false narrative and boldly declares that when God is on your side, nothing is impossible. Isn't it time that you stepped into that truth and allowed your light to shine so brightly that it dispels every shadow of doubt and fear? The revolutionary power that you possess is not confined by the limitations that the world tries to impose upon you. It is not measured by the external markers of success, wealth, fame, status, but by the depth of your faith and the courage you display in overcoming every challenge. This is the dangerous power that, once activated, can change lives, break chains, and set new standards of freedom and possibility. Do you see the profound potential within you? Can you feel that ripple of divine energy? A power so potent that it disrupts the very fabric of darkness, replacing it with hope, transformation, and the promise of eternal glory? I want you to consider for a moment that all the obstacles you have faced, each setback, every trial of faith, was not a sign of impending defeat, but a precursor to the breakthrough that awaits you. The hardships that have tried to keep you down are, in reality, the tools God is using to mold you into something extraordinary. Just as gold is purified in the furnace, your life is being refined by the challenges you endure. What if your struggles are exactly what you need to unlock the fullness of the divine potential that has been reserved for you since the day you were born? As you continue to navigate this journey, ask yourself, what does it truly mean to be ready? Are you prepared to not only face the challenges head on, but to use them as the very stepping stones toward the future God has planned for you? When you look at every moment of pain as an opportunity to grow, will your heart not swell with the anticipation of what is yet to come? And when you finally emerge on the other side of these trials, will you not be a living, breathing miracle, a testament to the divine power that reshapes lives and transforms destinies? The truth is, the enemy has tried everything to keep you bound in darkness, to make you believe that your struggles are insurmountable, that you are powerless, that you are ordinary. Yet through it all, God has been working in secret, preparing you for a destiny that defies all logic. The very things that were meant to break you have instead become the fire that refines you. the fuel that propels you toward a greatness that no one can ever take away. Can you feel that power within you? That inner light that refuses to be dimmed by the trials of life? That is your divine inheritance, a power that comes from being deeply connected to God, a power that defies the schemes of the enemy. Now, let us return to the call to action. I encourage you to declare that you are stepping into this sacred connection by commenting 777 below. This is not just a number. It is a profound declaration, a bold, public statement that you have heard the call of God, that you are chosen, and that you are ready to step into His plan with unwavering faith. Is your heart prepared to make that declaration? Will you boldly claim the authority that is yours by divine right? I urge you, let those 3 digits be a symbol of your alliance with the Almighty, a signal that you are ready to activate your most dangerous power, the power of transformation that lies within you. As you type 777, consider this. Every challenge you've overcome, every moment of doubt, and every instance when you had to choose faith over fear has built you into the warrior you are today. Can you now see that these experiences have not made you fragile, but have prepared you for a destiny that is truly unstoppable? How many times have you been told that you could never rise, only to prove them wrong time and again with your resilience and determination? Doesn't your journey serve as a reminder that what once held you down is now the very foundation of your strength? You are more than a survivor. You are a conqueror, rising above every form of deception and every chain of limitation. Your spirit is unyielding, your resolve unbreakable, and your destiny divinely ordained. The trials you endure are not punishments, but are the crucial processes by which God is refining you for an extraordinary future. In those moments when the world seems intent on highlighting your weaknesses, remember that it is precisely when you are most in need of God's transforming power that you receive it in abundance. Ask yourself, what will you do when the challenges of this life try to dim your light? Will you let them snuff out the fire within? Or will you rise, fueled by the pure, unadulterated power of divine purpose? Have you ever experienced that sudden shift? That moment when every trial began to reveal not defeat, but the seeds of incredible victory? Can you recall the time when, despite the odds, you found within yourself the strength to persevere and overcome, and how that triumph changed everything? This is your time to rise, to break free from any lingering chains of doubt and fear, and to claim your place as one of God's chosen ones. The power to change your life, to redefine your legacy, is already within you. It is waiting to be activated by your faith, your obedience, and your unwavering commitment to walk in God's truth. The enemy would have you believe that you are ordinary, that your struggles are insurmountable, but deep inside, you know that you were born for greatness. Every trial you face is a divine setup, a necessary challenge that prepares you for a future filled with abundance, purpose, and eternal glory. So, I ask you once again, are you ready to step into your power? Will you rise above the noise, the doubt, and the deception? Will you trust that every trial, every setback is paving the way for the breakthrough that awaits? Your journey is uniquely yours. A path filled with challenges that have refined you, with victories that have lifted you, and with a destiny that is greater than anything the world can imagine. Now is the time for action. I encourage you to declare that you are stepping into this sacred connection by commenting 777 below. Let that comment be your powerful declaration of readiness, a statement that says you hear God's call, that you are chosen, and that you are ready to embrace His divine plan. This is your moment to activate your most dangerous power, the power that transforms pain into purpose and obstacles into stepping stones. As you move forward, let your story be a revolutionary testament to the truth that no darkness can stand against the light of a soul aligned with God's purpose. Your journey, with all its challenges and triumphs, is a message to the world that transformation is not only possible, it is inevitable when you live in the power of divine alignment. Every struggle you've overcome is a badge of honor, a symbol of the relentless strength that God has placed within you, and a challenge to every misconception that once sought to define you. In closing, remember this: your destiny is not dictated by the doubts of others, but by the unwavering voice of God that calls you to greatness. You are not meant to blend into the shadows of mediocrity. You are here to shine boldly, to challenge every false notion, and to create a legacy that will inspire generations. Embrace this final test as the catalyst for your magnificent transformation. Accept it, endure it, and know that when you do, you will rise beyond every expectation and step into the extraordinary destiny that God has prepared for you. So, chosen one, stand tall and face your trials with the full knowledge that you are a conqueror through Him who loves you. The time for waiting is over. The time to act is now. Comment 777 below as your heartfelt declaration that you are stepping into God's plan, that you are chosen, and that you are ready to activate your dangerous power. Let your light shine so brilliantly that it dispels every shadow, and let your life be a revolutionary example of the unstoppable power of divine transformation. May you continue to rise above every challenge with courage, faith, and an unshakable trust in the divine plan. Your journey is a beacon of hope, a testament to the fact that true power, the power that changes lives and transforms destinies, lies within you, waiting to be activated. Embrace it fully, for the world is ready to witness the greatness that you are always destined to achieve.